Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Joy Lim-Nakarin. Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson is facing questioning from senators for the first time today. Democrats are pushing to quickly confirm the only black female justice in the court's 233-year history. As senators conduct 30-minute rounds of grilling today, she's responding to specific points. And Republicans have argued that she's too lenient on criminal sentencing. And they grilled her on defending terror detainees at Guantanamo Bay.
After 9/11, there were also lawyers who recognized that our nation's values were under attack, that we couldn't let the terrorists win by changing who we were fundamentally. And what that meant was that the people who were being accused by our government of having engaged in actions related to this under our constitutional scheme were entitled to representation. We're entitled to be treated fairly. That's what makes our system the best in the world.
Jackson sat silently listening to more than 4 hours of senators' opening statements yesterday during a 4-day-long Judiciary Committee hearing process. And she's currently a federal appeals court judge. She's been a federal judge since 2014. Julie, back to you.
Joy Lim-Nakarin reporting for us in the studio. Thank you so much. All right, as I've told all of you at home, we have a very special guest in the studio this morning, the state attorney for Palm Beach County, Florida, Dave Ehrenberg, who knew Judge Jackson long before she was ever a judge. So Dave, I want to first ask you about how you know her.
Well, I'm from Miami, and even though she was born in Washington, D.C., she grew up in Miami, and she was an accomplished debater. So when I went to a summer program for debate, as all nerdy kids do, we got to know each other. She was the really famous one within the class. She was the one we all watched and envied because she was so outstanding with oratory. And then we went to college together, and then we graduated in the same law school graduating class together. And, you know, she has always been the same person, a likable, kind person who's brilliant, hardworking, and really good to everyone. So she deserves this. She has earned this moment, and I couldn't be happier for her.
I'm sure. What's she like? I mean, because you really got to know the real person years ago in those formative years, right? You know, high school, college, law school.
I mean, even though she was rarefied air, that she was seen as the best orator in the group, in all of high school debate down in Dade County, where Miami is, she was just extremely approachable. She was friends with everyone. I mean, she had that big smile and just was really, I can't think of a negative thing that anyone would have to say about her. And that's why when you see some of these senators attacking her for being way out of the mainstream, that's garbage. She was never an extremist in anything. When they attack her for, I don't know, not being qualified, they obviously haven't looked at her qualifications. And so she really deserves this, and she'll withstand this because she was at the top of high school debate, which was high pressure back then, and she's been before this U.S. Senate multiple times already. She'll succeed here too.
Let's take a listen to some of what she said earlier today about changing the size of the court.
If a senator were to ask you today about proposals about changing the current size of the Supreme Court, what would your response be?
Senator, I agree with Justice Barrett in her response to that question when she was asked before this committee. Again, my North Star is the consideration of the proper role of a judge in our constitutional scheme. And in my view, judges should not be speaking to political issues, and certainly not a nominee for a position on the Supreme Court.
Handling herself beautifully, as you said she would, Dave. Okay, so tell us, please, where did you do all your schooling, so folks know?
Well, I went to North Miami Senior High School. She went to Palmetto, the home of Chuck Todd and Jeff Bezos. My high school is probably known for Jeff Zucker, and that's it.
And you?
Oh, yeah. I guess if you want to put me in the same category, I'd be honored to be in that category.
That's right.
And then I went to Harvard and Harvard Law School, where Judge Brown Jackson also was, and we were there at the same time as Ted Cruz, who I knew, and now he is leading the attacks on her, and we all were in law school together. I doubt that Ted knew Ketanji back in law school, but he should have, because she was friends with everyone she knew.
Wow. So that's the kind of person she was, just friends with everybody, so likable. David, so great to get this insight from you. I want to also bring in our other guests who are standing by remotely. We have Judge Kimberly Bando in Atlanta and Dr. Laura Petler in North Carolina. Judge Kimberly, I want to talk to you about, two things. So we're seeing history taking place with who could be the first African-American woman on the highest court in the country, and she also has experience serving as a public defender. How incredible is that? Your thoughts, please.
Yeah, she would be the first public defender ever in the history of the United States Supreme Court. And I'm extremely excited about it, and see how that balances and how her opinions are going to be, because I know she's going to get confirmed on all her criminal the matters and the searches that are going to come up. I am really excited to see what she's going to do, especially in the criminal arena, to see how her take as being a public defender will shape her opinion and views coming forward.
Do you think it can be tougher for folks who have taken that route? And it's such a noble profession, and it's really noble to do that kind of work. It is tough. It is oftentimes a very thankless job, a very high-stress type of job. What do you think of that? What do you think of, where we are in America, that, that can happen? And, we have an African-American woman. This is so long overdue, as you know. And being an African-American woman and being a judge, too, you must really feel a lot of pride with this, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Like, I was excited. I was emotional watching it yesterday, watching the introductions, and watch her tell about her own story, as well as the senator speak so highly of her. And I literally was just filled with pride to my television monitor all day yesterday. And I think that this road is not the road that you would normally take to be a Supreme Court justice. Not the public defender role, and certainly not a federal public defender, because you're going to get the tough clients, like you're going to get terrorists and you're going to get child, porn convicted felons. And so now she's having to defend that as an attorney. And most of those senators know that she's just doing her job. But, we have to have this fanfare in this show. It's going to happen. I know she's going to be brilliant, and she's going to get confirmed. And so she's ready for the job. She's like day one ready.
Yes, most definitely. Just following the Constitution, as we know, is required with that job.